I make them bitches hit the floor for keys. Yeah.
Travis Scotty here, and I'm back with some more boxing. Post-fight review to the John Pascal versus Sergey Kovalev 2 fight. It was not the fight that I was expecting. Even though Sergey Kovalev dominated the first fight, I really thought John Pascal would do better in this fight, and he didn't. This fight was a wipeout. It was completely one-sided. And Sergey Kovalev really had his way with John Pascal tonight. I mean, you know, all the way from round one all the way into the last round. But first round, John Pascal came out a little cautious. He was throwing jabs. He was actually the aggressor in the first half of the first round. And then Sergey Kovalev, he landed a jab that appeared to knock John Pascal down. And it was called a slip, but it looked like a clean jab that knocked John Pascal down. And, you know, some fighters got powerful jabs. I mean, I've seen Cotto knock fighters down with a jab, too. And Sergey Kovalev is one of the most powerful punchers in all of boxing. So, you know, I mean, it's understandable that, you know, it could have been a knockdown from a jab. And I believe it was a knockdown. But the referee called it a slip. And then I think from that point on, I mean, he tried to play it off like he wasn't really hurt from that jab. But, I mean, I think he was, because he wasn't really, like, throwing punches and you know, behaving the same way as he was before that knockdown, after the knockdown. He wasn't fighting the same way. You know, he was keeping his guard up. He tried to throw punches back, but he wasn't, like, being aggressive and throwing, you know, throwing punches like he was early in that first round. So, I mean, Kovalev started walking him down and doing whatever he wanted to do. He was throwing shots. And then, like the third round, I mean, John Pascal was really like trying to load up on a shot. You know, I mean, he wasn't really like trying to get in there after, you know, the first round, when he realized that, hey, this guy still can hit, and, you know, I just felt this power again. He wasn't trying to feel that power again. I mean, look, I don't know what it feel like to be punched by Sergey Kovalev, but it's got to hurt, man. And Bernard Hopkins realized that in the first round of their fight, too. And, you know, he didn't fight the same way for the rest of the fight. And this was the same way. I mean, John Pascal was very motivated for this fight. He trained 12 weeks for this fight. Rumor has it that Kovalev didn't train very much for this fight. It didn't look like it in the fight. Completely one-sided. Kovalev was far more impressive in this fight than he was in the first fight. And he looked impressive in the first fight. He got hit with a few punches, but he still dominated the fight. And then the third round, you know, I seen John Pascal. He was like, it looked like he caught Kovalev with a shot, but he was like really trying to get out the way. It almost looked like he was running away from Kovalev. Like he hit him and then ran away. That's what it looked like. In the fifth round, I mean, it was really starting to get brutal, to the point where, you know, I mean, it's like, if you ain't got a shot at winning the fight, you're not throwing punches back. Oh, yeah. And he did stop throwing punches. He was like in survival mode. Kovalev was tracking him down, walking him down, throwing all of the punches. John Pascal is in defense mode, survival mode. But I mean, shit, it's just a matter of time. If you're not throwing back, you're not giving this guy nothing to worry about. You are literally a walking punching bag. And that's what he was in this fight, you know, with all due respect. But shout out to John Pascal for showing as much heart as he did in this fight. He did take a lot of punishment, and he did keep coming forward. And I'm not sure if Freddie Roach decided to call a halt to the fight or not, or he quit. I don't know what's going on. I mean, it was a tape delay in California, and I had to stream the fight, but I couldn't hear anything. So I don't know what happened towards the end of that fight. But I do know John Pascal showed a lot of heart in this fight, and he took a lot of punishment, but he kept fighting. He kept, you know, I don't think he wanted to give Sergey Kovalev the satisfaction of knocking him out. I don't think he wanted to give him that. And Sergey Kovalev didn't knock him out. I mean, it's a stoppage. It's a TKO. due to a corner stoppage, but that was mainly, I believe, from his trainer, Freddie Roach, deciding to stop the fight because he was taking too much punishment. But Sergey Kovalev did knock him out, and officially he did knock him down, although we all know that was a knockdown in the first round. So congratulations to Sergey Kovalev. I mean, it was a very impressive victory against a very game John Pascal. I mean, he was really motivated going into this fight. It just didn't work out for him, but, you know, it don't take away from Sergey Kovalev's performance. I mean, he looked phenomenal out there. And, you know, he proved once again that his power can change the game plan of anybody at light heavyweight. And, you know, I mean, everybody got a game plan until they get hit. John Pascal got trained by Freddie Roach for the first time in his career for this fight. And he said he had a phenomenal training camp. He looked ripped at the weigh-in. Sergey Kovalev, not so much, but he don't really look like that at any of the weigh-ins or before the fight. But John Pascal trained really hard for this fight. He was motivated. It just didn't work out for him. So, you know, congratulations to Sergey Kovalev for picking up the victory. And shout out to John Pascal for showing a ton of heart in this fight, even in a loss. I'm Travis Gotti. Thank you for tuning in to Travis Gotti Boxing. Subscribe.
I gotta quit fucking with you. I gotta quit fucking with you.